Hey everyone,
Hello.
welcome back to Siblings Tea.
Yeah, we're back.
We are back, and this is our second episode so far.
Yes, yeah, seems like we were just here.
We were just here,
Yeah.
and today we are going to be talking about the Super Bowl. We're going to do a little recap of the Super
Yeah.
Bowl. So we're going to be talking about, well, first, we're going to talk about some things that happened before the game. We'll discuss the first half, halftime, second half, and also, like we got to talk about the commercials.
Oh yeah, yeah, I got my list of favorites. Got to talk about the commercials and
Commercials.
how about the celebrities we saw, and then of course Taylor.
Of course, we always got to talk about Taylor. So before the game, me and Mama Yoshi, we were the ones that actually were going to pick up the food, which normally we get the food delivered.
Yeah.
And so we made a mistake and we ordered the food ahead of time, probably what, 30 minutes before the game.
Yeah, 30
And we thought
minutes.
that
Yeah.
was enough time. So we ordered Wingstop. Me and Mama Yoshi get there, and there's at least, no joke, like 30
Mhm.
people there just waiting. Um, so me and Mama Yoshi, we actually missed part of the first quarter because we actually had to wait for an hour. It was insane.
Wow.
But luckily the food was fresh and good. But it's just Wingstop had so many orders, and you could tell they were short staffed.
And then you said that lady had her phone. She had the game on her phone, and you guys were able to see the game. Just tiny, tiny people.
Yeah, that was so nice of her. She's like, "Does
Yeah.
anyone want to see the game?" And all of us were like, yeah."
And of course, Wingstop, they do have a TV in at their restaurant, or not even a restaurant. It's like where you pick up, and but conveniently they lost the remote.
Yep, they like. I
Yeah,
don't think they wanted to deal
no,
with it. They're
they
like,
don't want
"No,
they don't
we
want
got people
people.
up mad at us. We don't need to put on the
Yeah, they're
game."
like, we don't want people to stick around. Don't watch the game here. Go
Right.
home.
So what did Mama and I miss while we were at Wingstop?
Yeah, so I was keeping you updated. I was texting him because I felt bad, but I did keep him updated. So you didn't miss much. I mean, I did record it, so in case they didn't want to see it. So, in the beginning, they introduced the teams. So that's
Okay.
always
Did anyone
exciting.
get booed?
Of course, yeah, people got booed. And, for me, I mean, I just based on the TV, to me, it looked like it was split from 49er fans and Chiefs fans. Just a lot of red. But Post Malone, he sang America the Beautiful, and
Oh
I just
wow.
thought he did a fabulous job. And
Yeah.
I really like him, and he played the guitar, and I just thought he really did a great job. And then Reba McEntire sang the national anthem, and she was amazing. I mean, she seems like she sang it so effortlessly. I mean, it's
Yeah,
she
she's an
she
icon,
belts it
legend.
like it's nothing. She's amazing.
Wow.
I felt like she was, the perfect person to do that, and just absolutely killed it there. And then they did the flyover with the military planes, and what I heard is actually that wasn't real; it was virtual.
Oh.
And I guess they don't do that anymore. So that's what I heard, and that it was virtual, but it looks so
Hmm.
real. Very interesting.
So is it virtually happening in a different location, or is it just a recording?
So it's just virtual. So like when you see the graphics, they did that throughout the game. It's just virtual. So it looks like the planes are
Oh, so it's
coming, but
fake.
it's fake.
Wow.
Yeah, no, but it looks real.
Yeah. One thing I noticed as they were doing, showing the players, because in
Hmm.
the last podcast episode, we've forgotten a lot of the players' names.
Yeah, yeah.
And I didn't realize how many Denver Bronco connections there are. So the Niner coach, who is Kyle Shanahan, he is Mike Shanahan's son, and Mike Shanahan, he was a coach for the
Oh
Broncos.
yeah, we loved him.
We loved him. Ed
Yeah.
McCaffrey, who played for the Broncos, wide receiver, his son is on the Niners, Christian McCaffrey. And
Wow.
then John Lynch, he also played for the Broncos.
Hmm.
He is the GM for the Niners.
It's so funny. Like wow, it's like
All these connections.
from the Broncos there. So
Right.
that's awesome. I love it.
So yeah, let us know. Is that something, you guys knew?
Yeah, and then also, I mean, okay, I know I wasn't rooting for the 49ers, but okay, I know his name now. I talked about the previous podcast episode, but Nick Bosa, that's the hot guy. That's the hot guy on the 49ers.
Apparently, I saw him on my TikTok.
Yeah, see, I told you that he comes up on my TikTok, and I told my brother, there he is. My brother said, he's buff. I said, yeah, we love it.
Did I say that?
Yeah, he said he's
Yeah, I
buff,
probably
but not like I say.
did.
But yeah, we recognize more of the players now, and now especially after the game, we
Well, do
know
you
we
remember how they
know.
look?
Yeah, I remember how they look.
It's in your memory locked
We
in.
now remember, but gosh, what an amazing game, and we're going to be going over that. I mean, it was very interesting. I mean, it was a roller coaster.
Oh my gosh, roller coaster of events. And let's start with the first half. So it seemed like during the first half, the Niners were very locked in and focused and shutting down the Chiefs until getting close to halftime and the Chiefs had the ball. It just seemed like the at that point the Chiefs started to figure out the Niners defense.
Yeah, I think you're spot on that, and I think it was the emotions. I feel
Hmm.
like the emotions were getting them. This is the game of the year, and I mean, don't get me wrong, the Chiefs. This isn't their first time, but still, like they've all been saying, like they act like this is their first one. You can't just take for granted that they just won it last year, and for them, this season's like really important to them too. And so I feel like it was just overwhelmed with emotions. For me, I feel like they were playing like really sloppy and they were just all
Turnovers
over the place.
happening.
Yeah, turnovers, fumbles, and I was like, wait, they are just like really emotional right now. And I was like, okay, at halftime they're gonna have a come to Jesus. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I just had this feeling like in the second half, it was just gonna turn around.
Hmm.
I was like, it's gonna turn around. It's gonna get interesting.
Well, and you bring up a point with the emotions. Travis, he got very
Oh
fumed, and
yeah,
he was up
yeah.
in Andy Reid's face. He almost knocked him off his feet.
Yeah, and the internet's not too happy about that.
No, people are not happy about that, and because people have said, well, if he does that on the field, what does he do off the field?
Yeah, I know, and I mean, you get very emotional. I'm not saying it's an excuse, but I mean, we all saw what he did on Christmas Eve, where he threw the helmet down, and
So
apparently,
when will he learn?
yeah, I know, he needs to get those emotions under control.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and I think maybe this is something Taylor is like getting the ick from. Who knows?
who knows? Yeah, but I'm sure this is nothing new to her.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So let's talk about one of your favorite parts, halftime.
Yeah, that was awesome. I mean, that's usually one of my favorites is the halftime. I mean, no matter who's performing, it's always they're always going to put on a show,
Hmm.
and I feel like some people that didn't like it. Were you gonna like it before? I mean,
Oh my
it's Usher,
gosh.
and I feel like I feel like there's criticism out there, and they're like, "Oh, Usher, I didn't know anything." Well, his songs are blah blah blah. Well, did you know his songs before he performed? Like, come on. I think like to me, if someone goes up there and I may not, I didn't know all his songs or years past, I didn't know all their songs, but like, did they put on a good show? And he did. Like he did everything. Like, gosh, how many clothes did he change? I mean, he was sweating.
Hmm.
He had guest appearances. Oh my gosh, that was probably the best because he had one of our favorite, Alicia Keys,
That was amazing.
and that was oh my god,
But the thing
amazing.
is, I didn't realize this at the moment, but that her voice cracked at the
Oh, I
beginning.
didn't notice
She
that.
was pitchy.
Really? That's what they said?
Yeah, I even replayed it on, of course, TikTok. And yeah, she was at first she was pitchy, and then she, gained her
Oh,
composure and
wow.
whatnot. But she's had kids, she's had a break, so
Well, also, hey, I love that they were playing and singing live.
yeah.
There's been some Super Bowl performances where they weren't singing live. It was
Hmm.
track, it was pre-recorded, and so us. our family, we love Alicia Keys. So our mom's seen her twice, and I've seen her once in concert. Actually,
That's amazing.
I took Mama to go see her in Vegas. So we've seen her in
Wow.
Vegas at the Mandalay
I
Bay.
wasn't invited.
Yeah, I treated her. So we went. It's been a while, but yeah, it's definitely she's one of those performers that just gives it all, and she has an
Hmm.
amazing voice, sings live, and yeah, I just love seeing that. And then Lil Jon and Ludacris, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, this is my clubbing music.
Yeah, and I really liked it when Usher was on the roller skates. I thought that was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, and then they talked about that, like he kind of fell and was that on
Oh yeah.
purpose, or did he actually fall? And then also like we just loved it. But if I do have to say like something, I would put in my 2 cents and be like, hey, how about to put like subtitles or like a little title? Because I even asked my daughter, I was like, who is that?
Oh, you mean like an
So,
intro to say who is who?
well, because a lady came out playing the guitar. And I
Yeah.
was like, who is that? Like, I don't know who that is. I usually know everybody. And then my daughter's like, oh, that's her.
And
That's
I
her
said, who is
name. Yeah.
her?
And that's her. That's her name is her. And so I feel like, I mean, I feel like I know everybody, but how about put
Oh
a
my
little
gosh.
title, a little caption and be like, oh, this is her, Lil Jon, Ludacris.
Yeah.
But, maybe they'll do that eventually.
Now that they heard it from our podcast and they heard it from Sister Yoshi, now they're gonna do
They're going to do it. See it.
it.
You'll see it next year. I'm going to bet on
Oh my
it.
gosh.
So coming back after halftime, I feel like, yeah, things really shifted and the game got very interesting. I mean,
It got very exciting, and I'm glad we didn't miss this part.
oh
We got
yeah,
to hear
yeah,
the
the
second half.
very exciting. I mean, the heads were back in the game, and it was such an exciting game. I mean, hey, you even had a streaker in there. Streaker came out, and I guess there was two
I
of
can't
them.
imagine that. Like you spend 10K plus on a game, and then you decide to go streaking. To then now you can no longer go to any more
Oh
NFL
yeah, you're
games.
banned. You're banned for life to all NFL games. I
Yeah, I don't
mean,
understand that.
yeah, so that was crazy. And then another thing, I mean, there was some records broken during the game. I mean, we
That was
had
so
the
cool.
longest field goal.
57
Yeah,
yards.
57 yards. That was
Wow.
amazing.
I didn't think he was gonna make it.
That was just, we were like all
We were
freaking
all
out. And
freaking
I'm
out.
like, oh my gosh, and I'm sure everyone else is too. Like, is he going to make it? Like, that is so far away.
And it almost got blocked. Like the
Yeah.
way he kicked it, it
Mm-hmm.
was such a bullet, and it like went in between these two chiefs. They had their hands up, and if you look back, it went like in between those players and
Oh,
both of their
yeah.
hands. It's just insane.
Yeah, it was just, I mean, when the Chiefs, scored and everything, I was like, okay, okay, we got this, we got this, we got this.
We're
We're
in
gonna
it, right?
win,
Because
we're
we were
in.
worried.
Because for a minute, I was like, oh no, what's gonna happen? And I mean, I was anxious. I mean, it went till the end, and I was like, oh, what's gonna happen? Like, are we gonna
Hmm.
go? Like, are we going for, field goal? Are we going to tie the game? Like, what's gonna happen now?
Also,
And
there was a big mistake that happened when the Chiefs punted it, and it hit the Niners' leg. And then, the Niner player tried to get it. The Chiefs ended up getting the ball.
oh yeah, yeah,
That was so huge in
yeah.
the
That
game
was a
right there.
huge.
That was huge because then of course, the Chiefs ended up scoring on the very next play. They scored.
Right. Yeah. Wow.
So at that point, it's like you can't even make this up.
Mm-mm.
The way that football landed and just hit that guy's leg, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I can't imagine, that player is probably looking back and doing the woulda, coulda, shoulda thing, kicking himself, and because that
Mm-hmm.
really changed a big part of the game.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And then I mean, at the end, I'm like, okay, I guess we're going into overtime,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have the whole overtime rules now. I mean, they changed it a couple years ago.
New rules.
New rules, and I was even messaging a friend like throughout the game, and even we're somewhat familiar with the rules, but we
Oh
were
yeah.
I was kind of texting her and being like, okay, is this gonna happen? Like these are the rules, and so yeah, just double checking because I was
It
just
can be
freaking out.
confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Even come to find out, some of the Niner players were not aware of these new rules.
Yeah, that's crazy. I just heard about that and saw that interview that so they interviewed Patrick Mahomes and Travis after the game,
Hmm.
and they brought that up. Were you prepared for overtime? And they said actually every week they prepare for it. They go over different
Wow.
scenarios in case it goes into overtime. So they're prepared. They're fully prepared. They're like running, over different scenarios, what's going to happen. And then they asked the 49ers, and some of the players, they don't know the rules. And I'm like, how
Yeah.
could they not know the rules?
Well, and
Like,
that's the difference between a good team and a great team.
yeah,
The coaching
exactly.
staff.
Yes, the coaching
The
staff.
Chiefs coaching staff made sure they were all well prepped for this. And, unfortunately, Niners coaching staff dropped the ball on that,
They did. They did.
literally.
But actually, like, kudos to the 49ers. Like, they played good. They did.
Oh, yeah.
And they played good. And at one
Especially with the
point,
young quarterback,
at
Purdy.
at one point, I was like, I think they got this. I think they're gonna win.
Yeah.
And I mean, it literally went down to the last 9 seconds.
Right. That was insane because, the Niners in overtime, they started off with the field goal. So the Chiefs, I mean, they had all that pressure. I can't imagine what they're feeling in that moment. I mean, obviously they thrive off of it, because they had a fourth down
Yeah,
early
yeah,
on in the
they
drive. We were
did.
freaking
Yeah, we
out.
were
We were
freaking
like, the
out.
game's about to end.
I'm like, so soon? Like, what is happening? Like,
But
I
Patrick
feel.
Mahomes, he's amazing. He
Yeah, he
got the first
is.
down. There was another third down conversion that they got. And I think it was one of the greatest Super Bowls that
I think so
I've
too.
ever seen.
I really think so too. Yeah, that we've seen. I really think it was like the best Super Bowl. I
Yeah.
mean, it was at the beginning, like we said, like nothing. It was like, what's happening? Like the ending score of the first quarter was 0-0. I mean, that's happened before in the past, but just the first, the movement and how things were going the first half, and then the second half, I was like, wow, this is. And then to go into overtime, like this is
Hmm.
like.
Like on that last play, I was like, call a timeout, call a
Yeah,
timeout.
you were.
It was like, because imagine if they didn't get that play, would there be 1 second left on the clock?
Yeah, there would have been, I think.
Because they only had one timeout
Yeah,
left.
they had one timeout. My brother's like yelling, "Timeout! Yo, do a timeout!" And I'm just anxious, and my hands were hurting. I was
Sister
clapping so
Yoshi's biting all
hard.
her nails off.
I know. If I didn't have my fake nails, I'd be all short. And yeah, I was just so anxious, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, give me a drink! I need a drink." It was, and then our cats were scared. We were yelling, we were screaming. The
Oh
cats
yeah,
were
the whole
hiding.
the whole night we didn't see one of our
We didn't
cats.
see them; they were hiding. And then when they won, I mean, it was just crazy. We were just so excited. And then I think we were so anxious. We were so excited. And how does the players feel? How do
Right.
the families feel? How do, you know, the people there, how do they feel? I mean, I just,
Hmm.
like, it's just a whirlwind of emotions and up and down, up and down. That wears you out.
Oh my gosh. But then afterwards, then they go on to party.
And then they go on to party. Yeah, they went on to party, and then the people there at the game, then they're stuck in traffic for hours and
Ugh.
hours, and I'm
Trying to
like,
get an Uber.
oh yeah, I heard Uber charged $500 per
Oh my
mile,
gosh.
and
That should be
so a
illegal.
lot of people were just walking.
I don't
Walking
blame them.
away from the stadium, like towards the strip or wherever,
Yeah.
getting away from there, and then calling an Uber.
Wow.
So
That's not right.
that was just crazy. And then seeing after the game, and they brought everyone on the field, of course, seeing Taylor and Travis together. I mean, we
Hmm.
just loved it. Seeing they're just so cute together, and seeing Patrick. I just love seeing Patrick and his cute kids. I think it's so
Oh
cute.
yeah.
And my brother's like, the baby's needs little headphones or
Oh yeah, to
whatever,
cover the
the ears, the
ears.
earmuffs, or cover. And I was like, that baby's used to games. That baby
That
knows.
baby's used to it. That baby was in
That,
last year's Super
yeah,
Bowl.
those kids, they're used to loud games.
Yeah.
So that was just so cute, and seeing them announcing that and the trophy doing that, and and seeing, the infamous, throwing the Gatorade on the coach, like you got
I
to do
love
that. And
that.
I don't know if you saw the footage, but it's the cutest footage because they're like behind him and the wife is with him, and the players are like tapping her and showing her, like kind of signaling her to like move over because they don't
Because
want
they
to
don't want
get
to get it
her
on
wet.
her.
So that was cute. So yeah, they're like moving her so she knows what they're gonna do. So she moves and then they just put it on him, the Gatorade. But you got to do that.
Oh, you have to.
Yeah.
Also, random fact about the game, it was the most watched Super Bowl. 123 million people tuned in. So this was the biggest audience since someone's landed on the moon.
Wow, since the moon landing, that's just nuts.
Wow.
That's a lot of people, 123 million.
And thanks to Taylor, who we're about to talk
Yeah,
about next.
thanks to Taylor. How many Swifties watched because of Taylor? I mean,
Well, the thing with also with Swifties, they weren't just watching the game, they were hosting Super Bowl parties.
oh my gosh. I mean, that would have been me, really, if I would have
Why weren't
had.
we invited to any?
Why were we?
Swifties,
Yeah.
reach out to us.
Reach
We
out to
we need more
us.
Swifties in our life.
We need some more Swiftie friends.
We always get teased for liking Taylor. We get
Yeah,
teased
we
at
do.
work. We get teased by our friends.
Yep.
The list goes on.
Even
So we
some of
need
my
we need some
friends.
Swiftie love.
Even one of my close friends the other day, she teases me about Taylor, and she says, "Oh, I can't stand the Swifties," and I was like, that's me, right?
You're like
Oh,
you're talking about
she's
but
like,
not
"Oh,
you.
but not you." Oh, okay, thank you, thanks.
Right?
But I mean, we were just loving, Taylor there. Because then, like we said in the last episode, we weren't sure if Taylor was going to be there.
Right?
And then when they showed her, I was like, oh my gosh. And we're checking out her outfit and
She looked
everything.
beautiful in that black outfit. Oh my
Oh yeah,
gosh.
everyone's
Her hair up.
everyone's trying to get the outfit and the hair and the little braid. That's her signature look right now. Is that in
Right?
that
That's
little
her look
braid?
now.
And then she had her childhood bestie with her, Ashley. Ice Spice was with her, and Blake Lively.
I was not. I'll be honest. I was not expecting Ice Spice to be with her.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. That was kind of
I
interesting.
part of me wonders, was that PR?
It could have been.
You
And she
know?
did have a. We're going to talk about the commercials in a bit, but she was in a commercial, Ice Spice.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, that was interesting. It was funny because there was some footage of her, and some people were talking about that she didn't even know what was happening. Like it seemed like Ice Spice had never been to a football game. Like Ashley was showing her and like telling her what was going on because she just looked like she was lost. Like she looked like she'd
Yeah.
never seen a football game before in her life.
Oh my
And it was
gosh.
just so cute seeing Taylor and Blake together. And
When I love seeing Taylor with like Travis's family,
oh yeah,
like
yeah,
her and Jason Kelsey's wife, you can tell that she is like starstruck by Taylor. Like she just
yeah,
lights up when she. I mean, and you can't blame her.
yeah,
You know
for
what I mean?
sure, for sure. And just seeing Jason getting along with Taylor, like
Oh
she
yeah,
just
they
fits
just
in with
all
the
vibe
family, and
together.
then with the parents, and I mean they were all there in the suite. That suite that Taylor, not Taylor, Travis bought for
Mm-hmm.
$2.5 million, and had the fam there and some friends, and then even Lana Del Rey, she was there. She was like sitting in front of the suite, and then later on she was in the suite. So
Well, and
yeah,
you brought up the parents, which I love that after, the celebration in the suite, after the touchdown, after a few minutes, Donna Kelsey actually went to get Taylor and said, hey, let's go down.
yeah,
So she's the
yeah,
one that told Taylor, sweetie, let's go.
yeah,
And just
exactly.
seeing that video was it was so wholesome.
Yeah, it was so cute. Just seeing them, together with the family. It's just like they all fit together.
Yeah.
And there were some funny moments with Taylor too,
Oh
because
my gosh.
one of my one of the funniest that I loved was her chugging the beer.
That was iconic. I love that. It's like
Oh my
she was playing a
gosh.
Taylor drinking game with herself.
Yeah, she
Like
was.
every time they showed Taylor chug, and
Yeah,
like
she did it.
she just crushed that.
And like I said, I mean, everyone talks crap about her, stop showing her, all this hate that she always gets. And it's like she's not asking for it. She doesn't
No.
ask to be on camera. She doesn't like
She just
it.
wants to live her life.
Yeah, she's just there supporting her boyfriend. That's all she's doing. But it was just so funny seeing, her chugging the beer and then her dancing. And then also, like, she was anxious. She was biting her nails
Oh
too.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, I mean, her emotions, I'm sure, were all over the place too. And, she wants this for Travis. He's worked so
Hmm.
hard for this. And then what a week she's had, starting off winning the Grammy and breaking records
Wow.
from going to, Tokyo and then back there. And she's had an emotional roller coaster of a week herself too.
True. A lot of traveling, and
Oh,
then
yeah, a lot of
now she has to
traveling.
travel again to. Is it Singapore?
No, she's going to Australia, I
Oh,
believe.
Australia.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
I believe it's Australia.
Yeah, I can't imagine that, but it obviously helps that she's wealthy and she has the best of the best with
Yeah.
her private jet. Help her feel comfortable and sleep on the plane.
Yeah, exactly. And it was just fun, seeing her there. And, I can't think of her not being there. To me, it would have been exciting. I mean, of course, the game would have been exciting,
Yeah.
but just having her there, I think just helped, the mood. I feel like it really did.
Yeah, I agree.
Hmm.
She just brings a certain energy with her, and there's people that want to say what they want to say about how much do they show Taylor, but it's like when you're watching a game and they show other celebrities, like there was a game where they with Detroit and they kept showing Eminem, no one batted an eye and everyone loved it. But
Yeah.
then when it's a female, that now the Brads, Chads, and Dads are getting all their briefs in a bunch.
Yeah,
When it's
exactly.
like, why is she upsetting you? Like, what is it? You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like, she's successful, she's beautiful. Why wouldn't you want to see her?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Well, yeah, they love to hate on her, but yet they love all the memes or they post pictures of her. And I'm like, well, you're still using her content. Like, why are you looking
Hmm.
picking pictures of her? Why are you doing this? You
If you don't
obviously,
like her, why are
yeah,
you using her picture
yeah,
for clout?
exactly, exactly. We see what you're doing.
All right, so let's talk about. I think this might be your favorite part, besides Taylor, the commercials.
Yes, I'm
Because I know you have a
excited.
list of your favorite commercials.
I have a list of my favorites. Yes, I love the commercials, and I'm just saying they started off, I think, with my favorite one. It was the
Oh,
first commercial.
I missed it.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you. I recorded it. So it was the first commercial right after the game started. Right, first commercial, and it was the commercial for the Wicked movie.
Oh my
And
gosh.
OMG, that's my favorite Broadway show, you guys. I've seen it 4 times,
We need to get those
and
tickets early.
we're gonna go. It opens Thanksgiving.
Oh my gosh, that's
So
crazy.
yeah, I've actually taken my daughter to go see it, and she loves it.
Hmm.
And if you haven't seen Wicked, I mean, I'm so excited. Ariana Grande's in it, and I mean, I have some high expectations for it. I really do because the Broadway show is amazing, and so the movie it's got to bring its game.
Oh my
Like this is
gosh. Yeah.
amazing, amazing music. I mean, beautiful that I actually cry every time I go to the show. Just a very moving, beautiful story. So yeah, that was the very first commercial. And I was like, wow, oh my god, what a way to kick it off.
Yeah, I got to
But
go back and see that.
so there were a lot of movie trailers, and those were pretty much my favorites. So there's a new Twister movie.
Ooh.
I mean,
Cuz
Twister,
how can you outdo the original Twister?
they're gonna try. They're gonna try. Obviously, Helen Hunt's not in it. Maybe she'll make a
Damn.
cameo appearance. Who
Yeah, we
knows?
need a cameo.
But it's called Twisters.
So multiple tornadoes,
Yeah.
multiple twisters.
So, hey, I'm excited about that. There also is a new King Kong movie.
Ooh.
So, I mean, how many King Kong movies are
Oh my
there? There's a
gosh.
lot, but this one
So
actually, yeah,
many.
looks good.
They've
I,
even done like King Kong versus Godzilla, I think.
yeah, we saw that with our dad. There's a new Deadpool movie.
Okay.
So I thought, hey, Blake Lively's there and
Oh yeah,
Deadpool. Yeah. So,
that's funny. I
um,
didn't really connect that.
yeah. So that was funny. So Deadpool movie. There's a new Quiet Place movie.
Nope,
And The
I'm not
Quiet
doing that.
Place. Ooh, what a suspenseful thriller movie. And there's been already two out. So this is the third one. And it looks like it's in a
Wow.
city. So
So
it looks.
they're still in a quiet
It's
place. I
still in
take
a
it.
quiet place.
They
It's
still got to be
growing.
quiet.
And another one that I really liked too was the Uber Eats one.
Oh yeah,
And it was kind of towards
Friends.
the end. Yep, and Friends. I'm a huge Friends fan, and Jennifer Aniston, and it was David Schwimmer, and so Ross and Rachel. I mean, those were my fave.
Well, they look so different
Oh,
now.
I don't know. Maybe
They
too
sound kind of
many
different
too
too,
many surgeries. I'm not
right?
sure, but yeah, that was a good one. I mean, just uh, are I didn't see any emotional ones like years past.
Oh
To
yeah.
me, it was more about the movies, and the humor. So I did like the Uber Eats one, like I said, and then another one that I thought was cute. It was with Ben Affleck and J Lo,
Oh,
and it
okay,
was
I
a
missed that
Dunkin'
one.
Donuts one, and then
Ooh,
Matt Damon
donuts.
was in there and Tom Brady. So that was kind of
Oh,
cute
nice.
too.
Okay, now mine, I loved just the creativity and just the humor with this one. Pluto TV, they did a couch potato.
Yeah, that
They're
was
like,
funny.
we
That
grow
was
couch
funny.
potatoes here. I thought that was just, I love it. Maybe it's like a dad joke. I don't know, but I love that commercial. And even the cat was a
I
potato.
saw that.
That I was just
Oh
cracking
my
up. I
gosh,
love
that's
it.
too funny.
And then just with Beyonce, I mean, it seemed like it took them forever to film that because she has different outfits and different settings, and that one I actually really liked.
Hmm.
I really liked that one, the one with Beyonce advertising Verizon. I thought that
Bryson,
was well
yeah,
done.
yeah, that was a good one too. Okay, I have to do correction on myself that it was not King Kong the movie. It was Planet of the Apes. So I'm sorry, got my monkeys confused. So yeah, it was Planet of the Apes, and yeah, we're excited for it.
So overall, I mean, it was an amazing day. A lot of emotions, ups and downs, but overall, I mean, I had an amazing time.
It really was. It was like we said, probably what we've seen the best Super Bowl we've watched, and it was such a amazing game to watch and witness. And I'm so glad you got to see the good parts because
Oh
I
yeah,
really felt bad. My brother and my mom missed the first quarter, but I was like, any score 0-0. You didn't miss much.
yeah. Well, and let us know, to all our viewers, what was your favorite part of the Super Bowl? Do we have any Swifties amongst us? Because we need that Swifty love. We're looking
Yeah.
for our Swifty group.
We need that Swifty group. Yeah, come join us and yeah, we could get together.
Yeah, we'd love it. Hey, we're in San Diego. We're in San Diego,
Yeah.
California.
Yeah,
So we hope
exactly.
you enjoyed our second episode of Siblings Tea. And let us know. Hey, give us some comments. What do you guys want to hear us discuss next?
Yeah, please, if you listen to this, please leave a comment, hit the thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. And we'd love to have you join our podcast journey.
Yeah, and hey, do it for Taylor or, whoever you love. Do it for Travis. Do it for Batosta. What was that guy's
Yeah.
name? But thank you, everyone, for listening to Siblings Tea.
Bye.